If you look at a massive mango tree with a dense, thick canopy, it looks perfectly healthy. But often, a tree that looks like this produces a disappointingly small harvest. As the branches grow thicker and stretch further each year, they block the sun. Inside that dense canopy, the tree is actually starving its own inner flowering points of the light and air circulation they need to develop. To fix this, farmers use a technique that feels a bit risky. They force the tree to produce significantly more mangoes by intentionally cutting healthy-looking parts of it away. Before making a single cut, you have to get two things right: timing the pruning precisely and preparing the correct tools for the job. When done correctly, removing branches doesn't harm the plant. It surgically redirects the tree's internal energy away from growing more leaves and toward producing abundant fruit. Step 1 is timing. The safest and most effective window to prune your mango tree is immediately after you pick the last fruit of the season. If you wait too long and prune late in the season, you delay the next flowering cycle. And if you prune while the tree is actively blooming, you directly destroy your upcoming crop. Next, grab your shears or saws. You need to aggressively clean and sharpen them. Dull or dirty blades act as delivery systems for spreading fungal infections and diseases from one branch to another. This illustration shows a structural cut. Notice how the cut is smooth, positioned exactly half an inch above a distinct branch node, leaving clean edges. A well-placed, clean cut physically heals faster. More importantly, that specific cut location dictates where the tree will push its strongest new growth. Now we start the physical pruning. Systematically work through the tree and locate any dead, gray, or diseased wood. Remove these branches completely. These dead branches serve zero biological purpose for the tree. They only function as incubators for pests and fungal infections. Next, look for crossing branches. These are branches that physically touch and rub against one another inside the canopy. When branches rub together in the wind, friction strips away the bark. This creates open wounds that invite disease directly into the exposed inner wood. Evaluate those two crossing branches and completely cut away the weaker or more awkwardly angled one. By eliminating dead wood and friction points, you immediately secure the tree's immune system. This sets a clean architectural foundation for the rest of the canopy. Your next target is water shoots. These are fast-growing, perfectly vertical branches that erupt straight upward from older, established wood. This diagram shows vertical water shoots. Beginners leave them intact because they look vigorous. But inside, nutrients are diverted entirely into the water shoots, bypassing the horizontal branches. They rarely produce flowers, acting as structural parasites that shade out productive wood. To handle them, execute a flush cut right at the base of every water shoot, removing them. Neutralizing these rapid growers instantly reroutes the tree's water and nutrient supply to the lateral branches, the ones actually capable of producing fruit. Now we shift our focus to the center of the tree. Carefully thin out sections where horizontal branches have grown completely overcrowded. Clearing this central congestion opens direct channels for airflow. It allows sunlight to pierce all the way through the canopy to the inner trunk. After addressing the center, you can move to height control. Systematically trim back the uppermost out-of-reach branches at the top of the canopy. Enforcing a lower ceiling on the tree keeps it at a manageable height. This ensures that future harvests can be completed safely without needing dangerous or specialized climbing equipment. Hollowing the center and capping the total height optimizes the geometry of the tree. Every leaf that remains will now function at maximum photosynthetic efficiency. There is one strict limitation to this entire process. You need to know exactly when to stop cutting. This diagram highlights the biological limit. Never remove more than 25% of the tree's canopy in a season. Pushing past that limit triggers a severe biological shock. The tree panics, responding by rapidly growing sterile foliage instead of the flowers you want. Think of pruning as a multi-year discipline of gradual structural shaping rather than a one-time drastic haircut. Respecting this 25% threshold ensures the tree remains biologically calm and unstressed, leaving it physically capable of setting a heavy crop for the upcoming year. Compare the overgrown tree we started with to the finished state. The tree is now smaller, its architecture is beautifully balanced, and it is completely open to the sunlight. The immediate biological reaction to these strategic cuts is a reset. The tree is forced to push fresh vegetative shoots near the pruning wounds. As this new shoot rapidly emerges, it sets the stage for the harvest. These exact young, vigorous shoots are the specific locations where next season's flowers and massive mango clusters will grow. This is why a smaller, aggressively managed tree consistently outproduces a massive, unmanaged tree. Intelligent pruning transforms the tree from a passive grower of leaves into an active, highly optimized engine for mango production. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more fruit tree care guides. Next up, we cover the most common mistakes that destroy mango yields.